What's up, guys? Riley here, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a comparison. So I just got a package in, which came in with these nice injora wrenches, which will definitely be nice going from the little cheap hex things that come with parts sometimes to actual wrenches. So we're kind of stepping up our game now, but I'm going to be doing a injora 50 turn pro motor comparison with the 66 turn motor that they have. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this is what we're going to be putting these motors in, and just a heads up for a few parts we've got in this. It does have the stock motor, that's why I've got these motors here. I've got an Emax servo 13 gram. I've got Hyraxes with Hot Racing 6+mm axles. Some Hot Racing aluminum links. The springs are taken out of the shocks, and they've been relocated. Also, I have flex blades in there on the axle, if you can see that. It's kind of hard to see it. And a new body, or newer. And these is what we're going to be putting in it. I've got this one, and I've got this one. So I have one of these already, the purple one. It's in my little brother's Jeep, and this has Hyraxes on it, so it does have the purple motor. But I'm still going to be doing a comparison, and whichever one I like the best will be going in it. But I do have a ton of upgrades for this truck. We're not doing it in this video, so I don't know, maybe if I like this one better, maybe with all the upgrades I might like the purple one better. But I don't know, we'll see when we get to that point. But for starters, I'm going to undo these motors, show you what comes with them and what you'll need to get everything going. And then I will put the motors in. So, comes in this little package, stapled together. And then it's in another package, because we put packages in packages. And then guess what? When I open this, when I get in there, we've got another package. So actually, what I thought isn't true. So I thought it didn't come with the pinion gear, or the little one, but it did. So you don't need anything else other than the motor when you're upgrading, as long as you get the motor mount with it. So I've got it here. So this is the Pro 50 turn motor. It's a 050 can. I think that's what that means. So it's just the size of the motor. Now when I pull the stock motor out of the truck, I'll show you the difference in them. Now you will have to do one thing, and one thing only, for modding. So if I can get my body off here, because the upgraded motor is so much bigger than this motor, you will have to cut this, which isn't a big deal. It's still got 3 other points of contact, and that's all you really need. So that's the only downside, which isn't really a downside. It's not really going to affect the performance. So it comes with this nice little motor mount. You can, instead of getting the motor mount, you can drill the holes in your stock one, but I prefer not doing that. Just the way I work. Now, if I get the other one, so we got a package inside of a package. Throw this stuff away. And then you got, open it. So this is the same thing, just a different motor, and it's got a pretty, like an apple red motor mount with the holes pre-drilled, and it's got the pinion gear. This is an 050 can, but it's a 66 turn motor. So it is different. It's the same size, as you can see, same size and all, same can, but a different different insides, and then same motor mount, just different colors. As you can see, they both come with the pinion gears, so that's definitely a plus, so you don't have to take it off the stock one. So, number one, we're going to be putting the 50-turn motor, the purple one, in. Only because I got a feeling I'm going to like the red one the most, and I might run that more. I don't know, I just have a feeling. So I'm going to put this one in first, and then run it, and then I'll put this one in, and if this is the one I like, then it'll already be in the truck. So, let's go ahead and get into installation. Boom! So I've got it all together, nice and tidy, as you see. Now, I'm going to put the body on it, and we're going to go test it out. So I've got the truck out here, as you can see, and I'm going to set you all up. I'm going to do test the slow crawl capability, or see how smooth the slow crawl is. So I'm going to clear out a spot, make sure there's no pine tags to get bound up in it, and we're going to go ahead and test the slow crawl. So I do have it in high for this part. It's a little, so as you see, I give it a little gas and it doesn't really want to go, and then it goes. So it's a little jumpy in high gear. Now we'll switch down to low. So this is the same way. So that's the same way. There's both a little jumpy. Might help if I add a little bit of weight to keep it from jumping so much, but I don't know yet. So we're going to do a bit of crawling, and we're not going to do a hill climb. Wouldn't really make much sense to do a hill climb. But let's go ahead and get into the crawling part. So I'm going to take you through line 1. I can get around. It's a little slick today. Line 2, it really just does not want to go up, which is not the motor's fault. You just keep getting caught. Pine tags, we'll back it up a little bit. Give it all it's got. There we go. We got over. Now, line 3. Now, line 3 can be pretty dangerous, because there's a spot in here where this truck can get really bound up, and I could break a lot of things in it. So let's go ahead and start. The only problem right now is the belly rub. So we're going to have to floor it, well, without falling over. Wiggle it just a little. There we go. Now we're kind of falling over. put it right here. There we go. Now I did bind right there. Kind of struggled a little bit. Motor kind of bogged down too. This right there, what I just did, was the part I was talking about. And right here. So if I show you, I may break an axle if I keep going. And if I sit here, I might break an axle too. Because my rear wheel's caught here, and the front one's trying to push down in there. So you gotta be careful there. So there's the third line. So this is kind of like an extra. I'm gonna put it in low mode. And I'm gonna see how much it takes to bog down. So boom, pretty smooth. Got it back at the beginning, which was line 1. We'll try it in low and see if it bogs down. Sounds like it's trying. Right there, it's kind of having a hard time. Now I'm catching on the belly skid plate. So I actually have my wheel. All of it's all caught up. So it looks like right here we kind of need some wheel speed to get over that. So I'll go over the side. Seems we're getting a little bit caught, and there we go. Now it doesn't want to do much, so we bogged it down pretty good right there. But that's as expected because it got bound up. So kind of a quick overview. It's got a good amount of torque. It got through most of that stuff in low mode with binding and stuff in the rocks, getting all the axles cut up. As you saw, my axles were practically folded all the way under the truck. So it's got plenty of torque. If you don't have a strong enough truck, you might break a lot of stuff a lot easier, especially drive shafts. So my brother upgraded his truck a ton, and he just keeps ejecting drive shafts. So you got to upgrade those too. But so far so good. The motor's doing good. It's nice and strong. It's got a good amount of torque. Now the slow crawl it's a little jumpy, which I did a review on this motor a few months ago. I think about 2-3 months ago. And a few people commented on their truck being jumpy, and I just hadn't really noticed it, and they're kind of right. So yes, at a slow crawl it's jumpy, but it still has a lot of torque when you need it and a ton of wheel speed when you need it. So this is actually faster than the stock motor, and it's got more torque than the stock motor, so that's what's nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get the 66 turn motor in it. I'm not gonna bother videoing it because y'all already saw the first part. No reason to see it again. So let's go ahead and get that motor in. So I've got the truck here with the motor in it. What a good looking motor. I love the color of it too. And it matches with the wires and all, so that's definitely a plus. It didn't take too much, too long at least, to get it together. Just had to pull the gearbox off, take the cover off, and then take the motor, put the motor on, you know, everything like that. But I've got it in, and I drove it a little bit, not on the course. And the slow crawls definitely seems a little bit better. And just from driving it here, I can definitely tell a difference. So we're going to do a little bit of testing and just kind of show y'all the motor and whatnot, like we did with the other one. So let's go ahead and do that. So the same test as last time, where I'm gonna try and slow crawl. So it's a little bit better. A lot more controllable than the purple. Now, one problem I do have is my front right bearing, I think, is going bad on this, and it's popping. Or no, my front left one it's like a little bumpy, so I think the bearing's going bad in it. But I think that's about the only problem. But as you see right there, the slow crawl is pretty good. Now this is full throttle. Pretty quick at times. Now, if I put it in medium, so there's that. Slow crawl's even better. And now, low mode. Full throttle. Both ways. Nice and slow. So we'll test that out. There's a little less torque in this motor, obviously, but so far I kind of like the look, and the top speed's pretty good on it. In high gear and medium gear right now they seem to be better than the 50 turn motor. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some lines on the course. So line 1 on the course. It is in low mode, which it's taking it like a champ. Kind of give it a little gas. Catching on my stomach, belly, whatever you want to call it. Reset it. So it's struggling just a little bit. Some high clearance links or taller tires might be good. So this is that one spot right here where it gets caught up really bad sometimes. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. It slides on this sometimes, and it really does drag its belly. So let's go ahead and see what it's got. Ooh, rollover. Put it in high mode. Back it up. There we go. See if it binds up at all. Oh. Flip it on over. That is one problem, is I have a hard time with this thing flipping over. So it just walked right on up that part. That's good. It didn't bog down, bind, or anything. So that's awesome. So what I'm talking about here is there's a little lip. It goes under and then around. Instead of binding, the motor pushed it. It pushed the truck back as it was trying to go forward, and it drove up it. So that's really good. Had enough power to do that. So now we're going to test low mode on the course. So let's do it. So I've got it in low mode. I'm going to crawl up this. Plenty of grip. Put it up here and go through low mode up here. This is a spot where it can really bind because it gets wedged onto that rock over there on the other side. Like a champ, and I'm not even full throttle. I'm gonna do a little extra testing with this right here, where it goes up. See if it'll push it up in low mode. Walk on over. It's trying. getting my axle caught in the back. I'll move it over so it doesn't do that. Make sure it's not on the rock. Let's do this. Yeah, that's about all it's got. Oh, there we go. So I was able to get up that, which is a pretty steep incline, and it's got a few spots where it goes in and then out to where it'd push the truck back when you hit the gas. But it had enough torque to get up that. Now, obviously, it had a hard time. And it bogged down a lot, but I was still able to get it up there, which was pretty impressive, especially in low mode and the way that rock is. So I'm very satisfied with these two injora motors. Plenty of torque. This one's got the high and medium mode are my favorite on this one. Not so much low. I don't really like using low anyways, which isn't really a big deal for me. Another thing is the slow crawl on this is way more controllable than the 50 turn, and I like the color. Matches the truck, so I think I'm gonna stick with the red motor, which I figured I would. It's also a different motor, and I'd rather keep a different motor than the same motor we have in some other trucks. So that'll be about it for the testing of these. Y'all kind of saw. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because along with these motors, I got a ton of other parts for this truck specifically. So stay tuned for a few build episodes. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video.